Hello, everybody. I'm going to wait a couple minutes since this is Facebook Live, and I'm going to make sure that everybody gets a chance to get on and listen in. It's going to not going to be too long. We're going to make sure that you get a lot of value in a little bit of time. So just be patient. And if you are using a cell phone, make sure that you hold your cell phone in landscape mode so that you can get the optimal effect of what I'm going to do tonight. My name is Derek Jones, along with my wife Alicia Dove Jones, and we are affiliates with an amazing company called Vida Divina. So I'm going to wait a minute to make sure that people see the notification come up, and then we're going to get started. Please be patient, people. We are about to get started. And I hope everyone has had an amazing weekend and you had a chance to spend some time with friends and family. And that's part of what Vida Divina is all about. So I am going to start in about 30 more seconds. So once again, welcome. And we're going to give you some value for your time tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everyone. My name is Derek Jones, and along with my wife Alicia Dove Jones, we are affiliates with an amazing company called Vida Divina, and that stands for Divine Life. And you know, when you talk about divine life, you're going to talk about, the life you always dreamed of. You want to talk about the life that we all thought about when we were kids and teenagers and young adults, and we wanted to be able to afford the things we want to afford and go places we want to go without really feeling the effects of the financial strain, the mental anguish that comes along with financial strain. We wanted to be able to have that divine life. And so tonight, what I'm going to do is going to be very informal. It's going to feel like a presentation, but more like a conversation, because I want you to understand and not necessarily hear, but I want you to feel exactly what I'm saying. So I'm going to have some visual aids for you so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. If you are watching me on a cell phone, you want to make sure that you hold your cell phone in landscape mode like this. And that way you'll be able to see the images that I'm going to put up for you in an optimal way so you can actually read what's on there. And so I want to make sure that tonight you understand that Vida Divina has officially launched. We are now shipping products, and we will soon be able to have the availability for you to go in and order products on your own as a customer. And if you want to join the company, right, and I'm going to give you some value for why you should, or why you should join, why you should try the products, because there's a lot of companies out here that have products, right? And so it's my job to show you why the products that we have at Vida Divina are going to be worth your time and your money. So first and foremost, I'm going to say, my wife Alicia and I, we decided to partner with Vida Divina for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, we wanted to, have a way to be able to help people. We wanted to be able to do something that was worthwhile in our community, for our family, for our friends, to be able to, provide some value. A lot of times as humans, we sit on the sidelines and watch things happen, and we didn't want to continue to be on the sidelines. We wanted to provide, some value to our community. So Vida Divina is allowing us to do that through health and wellness. And so the reason why we chose health and wellness is because when you look at it, when you put your business hat on, and when you think about business, it's about a target market, right? And so let's say for an example, you were selling, I don't know, candles, right? You have to promote your candles to a market that is in the market to buy a candle. right? But with health and wellness, when you're talking about people who want to be healthy, whether they already are as healthy as they can be, or they're working on a journey to try to become healthier, maybe lose some weight, maybe gain some energy, maybe mitigate some things like diabetes, high blood pressure, right? When you look at that market, there's not a person on the whole planet Earth that does not need to be healthy. So your target market is the world. So now when you talk about business and you talk about, okay, well, I want to be financially free, and if I'm promoting a product or selling a product, marketing a product, if the world is quote unquote your oyster, then there's not a person that you can meet on the street, in your family, or anywhere in your walk in life that's not going to be that's not going to benefit from what you have, right? And so when you talk about where you should be, what company you should join, what company you should start, it's kind of a no-brainer, right? We all know somebody that's sick. We all know somebody that's overweight. That's just the way of life. So we chose this company to solve a problem in our own home, in our own life. We wanted to make sure that we were financially free. We wanted to travel whenever we felt like it. We didn't want to have to, necessarily have to, you know how sometimes you have to ask permission to go somewhere and all. We want to make sure that we were able to kind of do those things. And so we decided to pick a vehicle such as Vida Divina so that we can be able to do that without straining ourselves financially, to get on board. Whereas in a traditional business, you have all this overhead, and that's a financial strain. And that's why a lot of people don't start their own businesses, because of the startup costs, right? You do a minimal startup cost. You're in the health and wellness business, and you're able to help your family and your community. You're going to help your finances, and you're going to actually get your own self healthy, right? So it's kind of a win-win situation. So it was a no-brainer for us. So when we talk about the why, right? Because you've seen Vida Divina probably all over social media. You may or may not have seen it, but you're going to realize that this is a new company. But a lot of times it's scary when you're joining something new because you don't know anything about it. The benefit we have here at Vida Divina is that we're a new company, but we have some solid roots, right? Our roots go back over 20 years. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about that just so that you can understand and feel exactly what I'm talking about. So stand by a second. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our CEO, Mr. Armand Puyol, and kind of where he's been, where he's at, and why we trust that he's going to be capable of providing us everything we need in order for us to get those things that I talked about: the financial freedom, the health, the helping the family and the community. You're getting all these things rolled into one. So Mr. Armand Puyol, he is our amazing CEO, along with his wife, Esther Ramos. Now, he has made his first million by the age of 21. He is the number one Latino network marketing earner in the entire world. Number one. He's responsible for creating over 50 millionaires. That means if you're looking for somebody to show you how to make the money you're trying to make, he's already documented in doing that. So you really, if you talk about being in the right place at the right time, and we know that's a cliche line that we hear in network marketing, but the stats don't lie, right? Now, he owns the manufacturing plant. He owns his own manufacturing plant, which means that a lot of times when you have products that are made in a manufacturing plant, and let's say, for an example, you have to change those plants for whatever reason. Maybe it's, maybe you found a plant that can make your product cheaper or something like that. When you change the plant, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the product loses its quality because it's made in a different facility, so it may not be exactly the same as it was before. He understands this because he's been in this network marketing business for over 24 years, so he's familiar with the ups and downs. The way that you control that is that you control the manufacturing company so you don't have to leave, right? And so he solidified the manufacturing plant. He's already had this plant in operation. It's not brand new, like it's never been used. He already is making products for companies like Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, Kraft. So when you hear these household names, they trusted him to use his manufacturing facility, which means it has to be quality in order for them to produce their products that we have in our grocery stores and our department stores every day. Now, he's already created, when we talk about network marketing, you're talking about products and you're also talking about compensation, right? He already, in his prior business as president, created the number one compensation plan in the world. Now, when you think about someone who's created something that's number one, and then they go out and start their own business. You think he's going to go and do less than what he's done before? He's going to make it better. So now that Vida Divina is starting to get his legs and we're excited, we already know that the new compensation plan with Vida Divina is going to trump the original. So when you talk about, once again, being in the right place at the right time, we're here, right? Now, the other thing that he's learned in his travel is about ownership, right? He believes in ownership for us, and he also believes in ownership in his products. So he owns 267 patents, okay, on processes and products, so that we are the owner of the products. We will be first to bring them to the markets and actually be innovative in the market to where people will be following us versus, us following them, okay? So as far as the actual products, Armand has created the number one, detox tea, right, in his former company, and he's improved upon that. And so what you have to understand is, among the number one products that he has already launched, he made things better, okay? And so when you talk about the reasoning behind the products, because like I said, there's a lot of companies out here that's selling products, but this is what sets us apart. Now, when you talk about products, you're talking about the ones that we're going to have, you're talking about immediate gratification, right? And so the big umbrella of both, across the whole company and the products is that we want to give you products that, number one, they work, they give you immediate gratification, and it's kind of sort of like an assistant, right? When you have an assistant, the assistant is going to help you do things more efficiently, right? And so the products that we have are kind of like your health assistants, right? So we want to make sure that it's going to give you things that we already know that you need, but it's going to make them more efficient, right? When you see immediate gratification, you're going to want to continue. When you don't see results in life, just like if you're at the gym, right? If you don't see results, you end up slowing up and you eventually quit. The goal here is for you to never quit. So when you get those results fast, you get them in a day, you get them in a week, you want to go on the next week and keep on doing it because you're seeing the results, right? And so that's the premise here. It's not about just selling you a pill or selling you some kind of a powder or a drink. We want to make sure that it works for you and it works fast. So when you talk about working fast and immediate gratification, you can't go wrong with a detox tea, right? Now, I know that you've probably heard about detox tea this, detox tea that, it's going to help you, and let me stop by saying this. We don't make any medical claims. We can't guarantee a result, but we can tell you about testimonies and the experiences that people have had. And I've had a personal testimony. Alicia's had a personal testimony with this tea already, because we were able to try some of it early. And this is what you have to understand, right? Because, as a trade, I'm a software engineer, so I'm all about solving problems and looking at the details and all of that. So when you look at detox tea, you got to think, okay, is it going to work? He's already tested and proven that he was able to create a detox tea that works. It was number one. He took his original formula, and that's why we call it the original detox tea. But you have to look at it like this. It's a detox tea plus, because not only is it a detox tea, you have 9 original ingredients. He's added 3 more, right? 3 more ingredients that will help your overall health. So it's not just detox. You're going to have Ganoderma lucidum. You're going to have chaga in there. You're going to have like a dietary fiber mixed in. So it kind of trumps a regular detox tea, if you understand what I'm saying. You're going to have your general health and you're going to have your detox all in one, right? It's a win-win. So when I took the tea, I didn't know anything about how it was going to work, but I will tell you that it impacted me on day one, right? Now, remember we talked about immediate gratification? One day, that, I don't know how immediate you want things to be, but that's amazing, ladies and gentlemen. So this product alone, we could probably sell this by itself and still make money and still help the community, right? This is just one product of many that he has the actual rights to, the patent to, and that no one else could sell this, and you'd be able to market this. You'd be able to take this and help your family possibly lose a few pounds, possibly, help them with some other medical problems that they may have been dealing with for decades, right? So it's a win-win. Now, I'm not going to talk about everything that we have in our roster. I'm only going to highlight a couple of products because I don't want to waste your time. I want you to understand how powerful this is, okay? So the next thing we're going to talk about, right, is our coffee, right? We have healthy coffee, right? And so I know in your travels in life, you've heard about healthy coffees. But here's the thing. You remember I talked about patents, right? Having patents on things mean you own them, means no one else can steal it from you. So we have a patent on infusing a whole coffee bean with Ganoderma lucidum, chaga, cordyceps, shiitake mushrooms, maitake mushrooms, right? That's 5 medicinal mushrooms that have been kind of tested and proven in the industry. These are things that are helping people mitigate things like cancerous tumors and, once again, no medical claims, but the testimonies don't lie. High blood pressure, diabetes, the sky's the limit, because at the end of the day, your body is going to adjust to something that helps it, because we're in the nature that we're in now in 2016 is that we put so much junk in our bodies that our body doesn't even know how to heal itself. So you remember I talked about assistants. These are your assistants here, okay? So if you're already going to drink coffee, and we know people drink coffee every day, look at Starbucks. Why not drink a coffee that's going to taste good and it's going to help you with your overall health? It's a win-win. So we have a whole coffee bean and we have an instant coffee as well, so that no matter what type of coffee drinker you are, you're covered, right? Because everybody wants to be healthy, whether they pursue it or not. Deep down inside, you want to be healthy, right? And so the next thing I want to talk about is our electro shots, and we have many different flavors. This is just one of them, right? And this is going to help you with your, replenishing. You've heard about these drinks like Gatorade, but then when you look on the back of it, you see all this other stuff in it. It's sugars, right? It's going to be like sugary drinks. It's going to have a couple of other things in it that's may or may not be good for you. So what Armand has done is he's created an electrolyte drink that's going to have, once again, we keep talking about these same products because we know they're tested and proven. The Ganoderma lucidum, the chaga, the cordyceps is also going to be able to give you back your electrolytes and also have other vitamins and minerals built in, so that when you drink this drink, it's going to replace, you possibly drinking a Coke or a Pepsi, or or your kids possibly, drinking a sugary drink. This is going to be healthy, and it's also going to taste good at the same time. So I'm going to also say this, okay? Because like I said, this is more like a conversation versus a presentation. You have to think about it like this. What Armand is doing, I kind of think of almost kind of like genius, because he's taking things that we use in our everyday life, like coffee, juice, and I'm going to talk about a couple other categories in a minute, but he's taking things that we use every day, and you replace those things with something that's going to be healthier for you, so it doesn't seem like you're taking something foreign. Because something foreign that you're not used to doing, you're not really going to build that habit. But if you're already used to drinking juices and Gatorade and things like that, you just swap it out for this, and it's a win-win. You already drink coffee, swap our coffee out with your coffee, it's a win-win. And the list goes on and on and on, ladies and gentlemen. By next year, we're hoping to have at least 180 products. So we're going to be replacing a lot of things that's going to actually help you get healthier. Because we always talk about assisting you in health. We can't, claim to cure anything, but we can definitely assist you in your journey. Now, overall, we have some categories of products that are going to be coming out week by week, month by month as we go here. And, you're talking about categories like wellness. We're even getting into pet health, pet food, pet snacks, right? It's crazy. It's like so much stuff that's coming that it's going to blow your mind. Weight control, sports and nutrition, beauty and cosmetics, and a lot more. As we go, we even going to have a gum that's going to detox your kidney and help people with ulcers. These are things that, like I said, it's about innovating the industry. It's not about following, it's about leading. And our moniker, our motto here in Vida Divina is leading with love, right? And it's all about leadership. It's all about leading the way from the front. Now, I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of our compensation plan, because for a lot of people that can be kind of confusing. But just know this, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be able to purchase as an affiliate every single product that we have at $40. There's no price up and down. I'm not sure how much this one costs, blah, blah, blah. Everything's $40 across the board. Now, $40, you have to look at it like this. Every single thing that I named, we're going to have products that are going to be more valuable than what you're actually paying for, okay? We're going to make sure that you get value for your money. We're going to make sure that your customers get value for their money. And what ends up happening is when they get the immediate gratification, when they get the actual benefit, and it spreads throughout the community. Now you've changed the community, you've helped people get healthy, and you've made some money along the way. How could you lose doing that, right? And so we have a lot of different goodies packed into our compensation plan because, like I said, he's already created the #1 compensation plan. We're going to have 7-level check matches. We're going to have, 50% fast start when you bring someone in, So even, what I thought was amazing is that, when I talked about our mind wanting to make sure that we build a legacy, that we build a future for our families. This is what I thought was interesting. When we signed up as affiliates, right, the form that you fill out, it asks you, who do you want your beneficiary to be? No one does that, ladies and gentlemen. He wants what you do here to last a lifetime and last another lifetime and another lifetime, and it will not go anywhere. You can pass it on to your kids. Ladies and gentlemen, we even have a mortgage bonus that once you rank up to a certain rank, you'll be able to get the principal of your mortgage paid by Vida Divina. You still have to pay your mortgage, but this is going to go against your principal and help you pay down your mortgage faster. You'll be able to have additional property so that you'll be able to kind of build your legacy, because we all know that the real estate is where it's at if you're trying to build a future. So when you talk about someone who cares about people, who cares about your future, when you talk about the right place for you to be, you got to be ready to change your life. You got to be ready to make a decision, right? You got to be ready to make a decision. And what I know, and what a lot of people know that are in this company and that are in this business, they know that they need to do more. We all know that we need to do better, right? We all know that it gets tiring and stressful when you're trying to convince the world that you're not hurting, right? We've all been there, right? Everybody got to look, you have to look like you're okay, and you're really not. Well, here, you'll be able to kind of fix those problems. You'll be able to run your own business on your own time, make money, right? Nobody's saying, hey, come here and make $50 million. You can do that. But the average human being just wants more. You want more. You want to be able to pay your car note and not come from your paycheck. You want to pay utilities and bank that money or get something that you really needed to get. It's about more, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about driving around in a Lamborghini. We would love to do that. But right now, we just need more. People are hurting. We know this. And so I'm not saying that I have the cure to all your ailments and your problems. But if you don't try anything, what are you doing? And so I'm going to leave you with that. And as Armand says, we lead with love, right? We want to help you get whatever you need to get. We're going to provide you training. We're going to make sure that you are taken care of. That's what we do here. So I want you to kind of, if you're in the business, thank you for watching. If you're not in the business, I need you to really, if you know someone that's in Vida Divina, and I know we're all over social media, we're all over your neighborhoods, pull that person to the side, inbox them, text them, and say, hey, I saw this video, and I need to know more because I want more, right? That's what you tell them when you call them. You say, I want more. And they say, what are you talking about? Well, I heard a video, and I really do need more. I need to make more money. Christmas is around the corner. My kids need presents, and I just don't want to use my paycheck for that, right? I don't want to use a credit card for that. So tell me how I can do this, right? Make this Christmas, the Christmas where you were able to do what you wanted to do without having to put it on credit, right? How about that? Let's work towards that for a goal, right? Cash. Let's pay cash. Let's do that. So I want you guys to have a great evening. I thank you for listening, and we're going to be back here. I'll let you know when we're coming back, but we're going to give you a lot of value. We're going to give you a lot of tips, a lot of training. These are, I call them opportunities, but they're really conversations. I just want you guys to understand that if you don't care about your neighbor, if you don't care about your community, if you don't care about helping other people, then that self-serving attitude you have doesn't get you anywhere. I want to help you. We want to help you, right? I keep saying we, right? I could say go to my website, go to do this, but we're a community here. So you're going to get that. But tonight, it's about everybody. It's about us winning, and it's about you getting the more that you've been looking for. So I thank you for joining in, and you guys have a great evening, and we will talk to you soon. Good night.